family, it's Grammy. I have another book to share with you. Now, this one isn't a funny one, and it's not a made-up story. It's a true story. And you might find that you're interested for a few pages, and then you want to just stop and then come back to it, and that's just fine. But I know you like to paint, and this is about a very famous painter named Vincent, and his last name was 2 words, Van Gogh. So here we go. Here's the book. It's called The Sunflowers. In a small room in an even smaller apartment, Vincent Van Gogh made paintings. He lived in Paris, which was gray and blue, busy and refined, which means fancy. The paintings weren't sophisticated by any means, and most people found them to be inelegant, which means they didn't like them. The grays and browns and blues of old shoes that matched the elegant, grimy city. So I guess they didn't like the colors. It was his paintings of sunflowers that he loved more than anything. And if sunflowers were considered inelegant, Vincent loved them anyway. He listened closely to his heart. He went to local coffee shops to see and hear what other artists thought. There he met a new friend, Paul Gauguin. Paul painted faraway places that were brighter and more vibrant than anything Vincent had ever seen. People in heavy coats and hats were replaced with those in floral prints. Vincent thought they were simply wonderful. Vincent shared his beloved sunflower paintings with Paul, and Paul loved them. With all these new influences, Vincent's world began to open up. The possibility of colors. Look at all these different colors. And with the help of his younger brother, Theo, Vincent decided to travel and find inspiration in more colorful places. He packed up his art supplies and a few belongings and left Paris, through sunflower fields and villages to a small city called Aries. He quickly moved into a yellow house where he set up a table to write his letters to Theo, feeling very eager for Paul, who was to join him. Vincent had never felt better than he did in his new city. With every person he met, his paintings became brighter and more colorful. He painted and painted. When the night sky and the sea, wheat, the night sky, and the sea. He was so happy He even painted the almond as it blossomed. He had never created this many paintings in his life. No more paintings made of dark grays and browns. Everything was alive with color now. But something was still missing. It wasn't too long before he received a package from Paul, a mailed painted portrait of Paul. Vincent sent him a portrait back. His friend would soon arrive with more canvas for them both, and they would cut it together. Until then, Vincent was alone. He listened closely to his troubled heart. Vincent wanted to create meaning. He wanted to paint with thought and emotion, and not only what he saw. He used intense colors to express his feelings. It was like speaking poetry just by arranging colors, like hearing comforting things in music. He made more inelegant sunflower paintings, which were richer and more beautiful than ever. These sunflowers gave Vincent meaning. These will comfort people with troubled hearts, he thought. They comforted his troubled heart. So Vincent's feeling kind of sad. He painted sunflower after sunflower, a few of them to decorate his friend's room. Some paintings he loved so much he made them twice. The exact same painting twice, one for himself and the other for Paul. Bright and inelegant, yellow on yellow and yellow on blue. He didn't always arrange the sunflowers neatly in a vase, but separately on a table. For now, he was alone, but his guests would arrive, but many people were on his mind. He wrote letters to his brother Theo saying, "I missed you the first few days, and it was strange for me not to find you when I came home in the afternoon." Then Theo wrote back that he loved Vincent's new paintings, that Paul did too, and that he was on his way to see him. The yellow house was ready with paintings of wheat fields against hills as large as the sea, delicate pale greens, the flowering of a potato plant. The sea was not just blue, but made of many other colors. Vincent changed the way colors do, vibrant and full of feeling. He was prepared to welcome his dear friend. Vincent's heart could hardly contain his joy and anticipation, just like his color box, which could hardly contain all his paints. When Paul arrived, he looked at the sunflower paintings that hung in his room at the yellow house. He loved them so much. He could feel how powerful and full of meaning the sunflower paintings were. He could feel the way it is to have a real friend. The end. Well, what did you think? Wow. It'd be fun to look at that a couple times just to look at his pictures. Sort of an interesting thing to draw paintings that have meaning and feeling. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Love you lots. Bye-bye.